In a realm where shadows dance with light, through the whispering woods at night, secrets echo through the air, meta mysteries everywhere. Voices drift on winds untamed, words like spells that can't be named. Close your eyes and feel the sound, journey where no bounds are found. Open doors inside your mind, leave the ordinary far behind. Colors swirl and stars align, in the meta mysteries you'll find.
Welcome to Meta Mysteries, where you don't know what you don't know. My name's Jonathan.
I'm Sean.
And today is a past life regression day, baby. Are you excited about this one, Sean O?
I'm excited for all of them, dude. It's just a cool thing, man. And we got one of our homeboys here, so it's going to be an awesome one. I just know it.
Yeah, it's going to be freaking amazing. We actually tried doing it last week, and so it's actually really good. I think it was kind of a happy mistake. Could be something that we could all really learn from. So first of all, before we get to that, welcome to Meta Mysteries, TJ.
Hey, thanks, buddy. How you boys doing?
Great, man.
He is known as the White Boy Wizard if you hear him on the live shows, and this is going to be freaking awesome. So as I said, we tried to do it a little bit last week, and we ran into some technical difficulties along with some slacker shit on my behalf. So basically, every time I give a past life regression, we always want to make sure that you basically ask your higher self at least 10 questions. It is literally I believe it is the most important part about the past life regression. To be honest, like, it's a cool story. You know, whatever you get to experience in a past life and whatever you learn from it, that's fascinating. But the questions that you have on your mind that you just can't figure out an answer to, and somehow they come to you with ease every single time, that's the milk, that's the honey, that's the beef, that's the good shit right there. So I just want to make sure anybody that is wanting a past life regression moving forward, basically the process is going to be, you write down 10 questions that you'd want to ask your higher self. If you don't know what you would ask your higher self, what would you ask God? What would you ask your spirit guides? What would you ask somebody in the know? Anything that you could ask this kind of stuff. Also, you want to make sure that you have, and we have found that the best way to be able to communicate back and forth is for people that have headsets like TJ over here. So he has a headset, and then kind of like a gamer headset, or if you've ever seen, what are they, like people who work on the phones all day, those kind of microphones that are right in front of your mouth, those seem to work best, because what happens is that your voice gets so low because you're in such a deep meditative hypnotic state that, you know, you think that you're actually saying, like, you know, words loudly and clearly, but it's so low because you're basically asleep. You're like literally half a stage away from being asleep. So obviously your voice is going to be a little bit low. So we have found that to work that out from here on out, anybody that wants a past life regression, literally, I think you can get some of the cheaper headsets over at Walmart for like $8, and it is going to make it sound so much better. And that way, whenever you go back and listen to it, you can actually hear and comprehend everything that you're saying. I'm not having to question my own self. Did I hear this? Did I hear that? I believe that these are some of the technical difficulties that Dolores Cannon was a little bit worried about before she passed. For the longest time, she was very anti doing it over the internet. But to be fair, she was very old school. She was an elderly woman. She didn't exactly trust like electronics and shit like that, especially the internet. You know how older people be. They kind of stuck in their days. Nothing wrong with it. It's just you want to typically try and stick with what you know and what you're good at. So she always just used just a regular tape recorder, you know, with the little tiny mini tapes. And so we're in 2025. We should be utilizing technology, and I feel like the Wi-Fi has gotten better, the internet's gotten better, technology has gotten better, microphones have gotten better, ways of being able to communicate, with somebody across the world is way easier. And so, I would say that if anybody wants to reach out for a past life regression, I don't have a lot of time to be doing them all the time. However, I'd probably be open to doing them maybe twice a month or something. So definitely if you want that, then reach out to me. And we can discuss prices and all that we can set up dates and all that stuff. But anyway, getting to the show, now that we got all of the main ingredients out the way, I did want to say that we do have a list of 10 questions that I personally like to go over with whoever I'm giving the past life regression to, just so that I can, first of all, understand read your handwriting and make sure I'm reading it correctly, but also understand the context of said questions. So, are you okay with going over those, White Boy Wizard?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. So we have, and by the way, if there's anything that you want taken out of this past life regression that's a little too personal, don't even hesitate to ask. So if something happens whenever you're there or you're talking to your higher self or whatever happens, don't even think that like, oh my God, I don't need somebody to hear this or anything like that. This is entirely up to you. Have no shame. Nobody's judging you. What you're experiencing, right, a very tiny percentage of the world has been able to experience, in accordance with the rest of the population. To be fair, a lot of people don't even believe in reincarnation, so that's on them. Right. If you feel a little hesitant to say something or feel something or whatever it is, don't even worry about it. We can cut that out, and sometimes it's just for you, and that's totally fine too. But going into these questions, it says, oh, you know what? I'm going to share the screen so everybody on Patreon will be able to see this. By the way, if you want to be able to see these videos, instead of just listening to them, we have two different ways of being able to see the actual video. You can go to youtube.com/metamysteries or patreon.com/metamysteries. Both of those links are down in the show notes below. Of course, Patreon is the best way to be able to support us. As we had said before, we're moving over our audio content. It's no longer going to be on the Meta Mysteries podcast. We have decided to join forces with the Cult of Conspiracy, my other podcast, and turn it into a much larger network. And so our audio is going to be getting played over there. So if you listen to the show regularly on the podcast, be aware this show will be coming out. This specific episode will be coming out on the Cult of Conspiracy. If you want to listen to it audioly.
Will this be the first episode on the Cult?
No, this will be the third, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad.
Yeah. So we kind of did like a little soft launch, which is going to be happening on the 28th is the first one. And then the 31st of this month in March, we're going to be, it's going to be over on the Cult of Conspiracy.
Looking forward to it, dude. We're building the collective.
That's it, dude. That's it. But if you would rather be able to watch it on video, as I said, we have YouTube, we have Patreon. Both those links are down in the show notes below. If you sign up over at Patreon, not only do you get the shows a couple of days in advance, but it's always completely commercial free. So if you don't like the commercials that you hear on the podcast platform or on YouTube, then you go to Patreon. It'll be completely uninterrupted the entire time. And if you sign up for the Wonder Wiz Day tier, you'll get access to come join us, and we talk all kind of wild shit with the one, whether it's witchy stuff or blood magic or, whatever. We have Cassandra the Psychic. It's always something new. We always try and keep it fresh and exciting and keep everybody kind of involved. And so if you have a question that you want to ask whoever we have, or you want to ask us, you can write it down or you can unmute yourself and ask the question verbally. It's entirely up to you. But we're trying to build that up a little bit because we think that this new age information is very vital, and it's very important for people to kind of think outside the box. And so, definitely come check us out over there. But anyway, getting to the questions here, you wrote down 10 questions there, Tej, and it says, in which past life did my addiction issues originate? How can I heal that now? Simple question. Okay. Number 2, what were my circumstances in that past life? Right. Number 3, what lessons was I meant to learn in the past life that I didn't learn? Karmic lessons. I like it. Number 4, what past life contracts are still active in my energy field? Ooh, good question. Number 5, what past life experience / trauma still needs to be healed? Right. 6, did I experience a past life as a healer? How can I reclaim my healing gifts now? Solid questions, dude. These are some of the best questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7, what past life version of myself have I suppressed or rejected? How can I reintegrate and heal these versions of me now? I like it. Number 8, why do I lack confidence and self-esteem? That's all. It's such a good question. I think people like just skate over that because I myself, dude, I be having some self-confidence issues from time to time as well. So I feel that.
Right.
That's everyone.
Well, we're
man.
men. We're men, and we can't show it, so we all walk around like we're hot shit all the time. And then you're sitting by yourself, and like, man, this ain't tight.
I ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm such a loser. Number 9, in which past life did my anger issues originate? How can I heal that now? Good one. And number 10, is there anything you could tell me that I haven't thought to ask?
Oh,
Open-ended.
cool.
I
Okay.
dig it.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's more directed like to you or just like to myself or like just
Your
the
higher self
ether
might
in
just take
general
over.
or yeah, I'm kind of.
Right.
We'll see where that one lands.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, we will get to all those questions, and I'm sure a couple more will even pop up. To be honest with you, I'll think of some kind of questions to be able to add to it. You know, if it's 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 questions, we'll see what happens whenever we get there. But yeah, so do you have any questions before we get started?
Nope. Pretty excited about it. It's been a good day. Find out my baby sister's pregnant today.
Nice.
So we're gonna have a new baby, and yeah, I just made myself a little shrine over here. I got like stuff from my grandpa, my grandma, and like everybody that I have loved that's in the next life. So I was like, you know, I don't know, just try and see what we can get going on here and make a little magic.
Love it, man.
Make
Love
some magic, baby. We're not talking about pulling rabbits out of hats, baby. That's not that kind of magic. We ain't fucking around with that. David Blaine's awesome though.
He might be on something though. Yeah, he's doing something.
He's for sure
I don't
on
know.
some black magic. That's what.
Right.
What was it? El the Alchemist or Byron that said that?
No, I think it was his other homeboy.
J.S. Garrett. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Solid dudes. And look, I know
putting
that
an ice pick through his bicep and shit. Like, what's going on there? You know?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that I know that there's probably people out there that listen to those episodes and probably look at these people like blood magic, satanic, what are they in the Illuminati? If you really think about it, blood magic has literally been going on since the beginning of time. And obviously they're getting some kind of results, and coming from them, they look at these, in quotes, darker spirits a little bit differently than the majority of people probably look at them. Like they respect them, but it's not necessarily something that they're scared of, I think is probably about right.
And that's exactly what it is. You know, if in your mind you think that messing with some of these quote unquote, you know, darker spirits or entities, you know, if you think that messing with them or trying to, call them in is going to be something that's going to have negative repercussions on yourself, then probably just don't do it then, you know?
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, though, after that Lord Byron one, I will be working with my homeboy Raphael here for a minute.
Right, dude. Yeah, dude. Make
That
some
was
offerings,
solid.
man.
I'm going to have to. But anyway, all right, well, let's get to the hypnosis. So typically what I like to do is that we'll have the induction where you're getting comfortable, and we'll take a little potty break before we get started. And then whenever we go into the induction, I don't include that. That's something that the QHHT people, they say, look, just... you can record it and everything. Just don't include the induction method because then everybody's going to have the sauce and we can't be having that. So yeah, we will get back here in just a minute. And the next time you hear this voice, DJ will be sound, well, not asleep, but in the astral realm for sure.
Let's go.
In a realm where where shadows dance with light, through the whispering woods at night. Secrets echo through the air, meta mysteries everywhere.
Are you coming off of the cloud yet?
Yeah. There's a bunch of sagebrush. Just a flat open desert.
Okay. Is that pretty much all you can see in the open desert? Is just the brush?
It's just a big sagebrush valley with mountains on our side over there.
Okay. Are you able to tell if it's how's the weather feel? Does it feel hot or warm? Decent outside?
Just a slight desert breeze, but it's perfect.
Okay. And by looking up at the sun, are you able to tell around about what time you think it may be? Or evening, morning, noon, midnight?
It's midday for sure.
Okay. And as for you, are you able to look down at your body? Even just small aspects of it. Like, are you able to tell if you're wearing shoes? Or any kind of footwear?
Yeah. Got some boots. Some soft old leather boots.
All right. And anything as far as the legs, pants, or anything like that?
Just feels like jeans.
Awesome. Do you happen to be wearing like a belt or a belt buckle or anything?
Yeah, I got a belt, some suspenders on.
Okay. And what are you wearing up top?
Just a long sleeve, button up.
What color is it?
Like a tan color.
All right. Are you able to tell if you're wearing any kind of ornaments or jewelry, necklace, bracelets, rings, earrings, anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you able to tell if your body feels male or female?
Definitely feel male.
And does the body feel healthy?
It does.
Can you tell if you're younger or older, or maybe if you could try and guess which age you may be?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe like 45-ish.
All right. And so here you are out here in the middle of the desert. Do you see any structures besides the natural ones? Any kind of signage? Any signs of other types of civilization outside of yourself?
No, there's a couple game trails.
All right. And how did you get there? Did you walk?
I must have.
Okay. Is this some kind of expedition? Are you going out looking for food? Or are you looking for something? Or you just need some time away? What do you think you're out there for?
Just looking for some peace and quiet.
That is always nice to have some peace and quiet. And so you wanted to go out here. Is this like a favorite spot of yours to go and kind of get away from all the craziness?
I imagine that is what it is.
Okay. And what do you typically do whenever you're out there alone and you can gather yourself a little bit? Is there anything that, you like to sit down or walk around, or what is it? What's special about this place?
I don't know, it just feels like home. Make a fire, hang out, whittle a couple sticks. maybe cook some food.
Okay. And as for the peace and quiet that you're there for, what is it that you're kind of getting away from? First thing that comes to mind, is like where you live kind of wild and loud, or somebody you live with or something like that? What is it that you wanted to get out so much for?
No, I just need to be spending some time with myself out here. Ask myself some questions.
Okay. So this is kind of like a home away from home kind of thing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you're out there and you're kind of just out there to kind of gather yourself, ask yourself some questions and stuff, is there anything specifically that's kind of running through your mind out there, or is it to calm the mind, or what are you hoping to achieve as you're out here?
Yeah, definitely calm the mind. Get caught up in the rat race. Get upset about things. Taking some time to unwind and figure it out.
I see. And what do you typically do to calm yourself outside of separating yourself? Does this place give you a piece of serenity, but like, are you meditating out there, or are you having some kind of adventure kind of deal? What is it that draws you out here?
Yeah, just the wild country. Do some hunting or some fishing or just walking around picking up rocks and antlers and whatever you can find.
Okay. I would say that's pretty meditative in and of itself.
Yeah.
Well, if you could, do you think that we could go back to where you live, or would you like to stay out here and gather yourself a little bit more?
No, we can go where I live.
Okay. So what we're going to do to make that a little easier is we're going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to that important day. What is happening, and what do you see?
New baby. I see a new baby's coming.
Oh, okay. Is this yours?
No, it's the baby of my baby sister.
Okay. Is it a boy or a girl?
I don't know. She just barely passed her couple tests yesterday.
Okay. And are you at her place, or do you guys live together?
She just moved into the basement over here.
Okay. And is she like with the father?
Mm-hmm.
And what are your thoughts on him?
I really like him. I think she did a good job picking me a little brother.
Mhm.
Always wanted a little brother. All I have is baby sisters.
Well, I like it. And what do you guys typically do during the day? Or let's just talk about you here for a second. What is outside of what's going on here with the baby and your sister and whatnot, but what do you typically do in a regular day? Do you have a job or a certain duty of sorts?
Yeah, we got a little garden out here and chickens that we got to tend to. And I'm a builder, so get up and do some tile or some flooring or swap out some windows or doors or frame a house. Then come home, we all have dinner and hang out. Sometimes play a couple games or watch Jeopardy together.
Okay. So it seems to be a pretty normal life so far, huh?
Yeah, we got a good family going.
I see. And is there anything that you aspire to learn or aspire to be one day? Do you have any kinds of aspirations, or you kind of just okay with how life is going?
No, I mean, like I'm happy and my bank account's good and my belly's full, but I know there's more here. I know there's more here, but I don't know. I don't know where else. I don't know what to do from here.
I see. And are you seeking maybe any kind of spiritual guidance? Do you think about that kind of stuff? About maybe asking the God or the spirits or anything like that? Or is that not really your jam?
I tried. It used to be, but I've fallen away from the practice, honestly, in the past few years. And I just felt like I've had this big block trying to get back into it. And yeah, I don't know why. And I don't know. I used to do energy healing and pray all the time and go to different churches and always felt good about it. But I don't know. I feel kind of lost and stuck on that aspect right now.
Well, it happens. Some people go into a period of questioning, or some might call it the dark night of the soul or something like that. But usually whenever you're here, it's a pretty good transition to the next phase. So I think that should be something you get excited about, because, the phoenix has to go down into ashes until it's reborn again. So maybe that's what you're in the process of. What do you think?
I like it. I like that.
Okay. So could you take us around where you're at, your home? Are you able to kind of show or talk about what it is that's in your surroundings, or maybe get a good look of what the house looks like or the home looks like?
Yeah, it's just a cozy little Idaho town, tiny house. I mean, it's not that tiny, but it's just a cozy little home. Four bedrooms. We got little acreage for the garden. Inherited everything from my grandpa that he's been using to make a good garden. And one of my favorite things is called a wallapini. It's like a greenhouse under the ground.
Oh,
It's just a
cool.
nice, peaceful place. I just wanted to make it a safe, peaceful place for my family. And
Nice.
that's what we got going on.
Okay. Well, it's always better to grow your own food and stuff like that rather than getting it from somewhere else.
I love it. I can feel Grandpa's presence when I'm out there. He was more like a dad to me than a grandpa. Everything I know about being a man, I learned from him. But his garden was his most cherished possession.
Mhm. Well, it usually means you're probably going to get a pretty good yield with pretty good fruits and vegetables and herbs and all that kind of stuff then, right? When you input a little bit of that love into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So we're going to move forward to another important day now. We're going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to that important day. What do you see?
see my boy opening some presents and acting like a wild man, because that's what he is.
Is it like a holiday?
Yeah, it's Christmas morning. It's his favorite. It's my most important dad day of the year.
I see. And as he's opening up presents, which one is he opening up right now?
Probably like a 3-foot T-Rex.
What little boy doesn't like that? And are you sitting with anybody? Is there anybody else in the room with you?
Just my mom and my sister.
I see. All right. Do you ever wonder about finding somebody to spend your days with? Outside of your kids and family, of course.
I honestly haven't. I know the divorce started December of 2020, and I have pretty well steered clear of all those situations.
It's understandable. You got to work on yourself a little bit first.
Absolutely, a lot of it.
I see. And as everybody's opening up presents, is there any kind of Christmas music playing?
Oh yeah, there's always stinking Mariah Carey going in this house.
Of course. And what do y'all got cooking?
Some deer backstraps.
Hell yeah. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to move forward 10 years. We're going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day 10 years from now. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to that important day. What is happening and what do you see?
I'm gonna get my boy his first truck.
Awesome.
Be 16 soon.
And what's the color truck you got looking at?
It's definitely gotta be red.
Of course. And is it an older truck or something newer, or can you describe it a little bit?
Yeah, it's like an OBS Chevy, probably like a 99, 98.
Okay. Good starter truck. And what's his feeling towards the truck?
Grins from ear to ear.
I bet. And are you the one that teaches him how to drive it?
He already knows how to drive it.
Oh, he's been driving for a little while, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, does he have any ideas about where he wants to go in his new truck?
I would imagine up to the mountains to go fishing.
And is that something that he does on his own, or do you go with him?
Oh, he's been going on his own for years.
I see. It seems like he likes a little peace and serenity himself, huh?
Yeah. Yep, we learned it from the best.
And as he gets in his truck and drives up the mountains to go fishing, what are your thoughts as he's pulling away?
I hope he knows how much I love him, how much he saved me, and I hope he catches a good one like Grandpa always did.
That's great. All right, so he drives away, and what do you just go back in the house and hang out a little bit?
Yeah. Do that or go for a Harley ride.
Is he your only kid at this time?
Yep, one and done.
Keep it simple. I like it.
Keep it.
Well, you get on your Harley, you go take a nice little ride, and what kind of hog you riding over there?
It's Harley Dino Wide Glide.
Beautiful.
It's comfy. It's so comfy.
And where do you like to go take her?
Honestly, out in the desert, the winding roads through the Idaho deserts.
Awesome. Maybe back to your favorite spot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it was a sagebrush?
Sagebrush, yeah.
Sagebrush. All right.
It smells so clean all the time, and when it rains, it smells twice as good.
Oh, I can only imagine. All right. Well, what we're going to do now is move forward one more day. And this time we're going to move forward 10 more years. So now we're going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day, 10 more years in advance. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to that important day. What do you see?
I see my baby having a baby.
All right. Can you tell, boy, girl?
It's a boy, too.
Awesome. And is he with the mother?
Yeah.
What's she like?
She's tall, dark hair, and high cheekbones. Very smiley. She's going to be a good mama.
Mm-hmm. And what does your boy look like now that he's a grown man?
Handsomer version of me. He had a pretty mama. He was a good looking boy. Now he's going to have another boy. I hope he names him Tristan the Third.
That would be cool. And what does he do now that he's a bit older and having himself a kid? Does he have a job like you, or did he pick something else up?
Oh, he helped me grow this business. And now he gets to ride around in his truck and tell people what to do all day.
Oh, probably a much newer and nicer truck now, huh?
Yeah.
And how does it, just looking back over the last 20, 25 years or so, do you like the way that your life is panning out now? Just how everything seems to be unfolding?
Yeah. Chaos is finally gone.
I see. Well, that's good. Living in peace and serenity. Seems that you probably don't have to make as many trips to get away from everything, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
All right. And so you're at the hospital with your kid and his kids or kid?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And how long have you been there? A little while now? Were you there for like the whole labor situation?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a long labor?
No. No, it was an easy one. It was the opposite of his.
Well, I'm sure his girl is probably equally exhausted though, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a
They
lot.
always look prettier, though, right after the baby comes.
Yeah, nothing like that glow.
It's a beautiful thing for everybody.
Well, what we're going to do now, since we've all had a pretty wild day, around what time do you think it is right now? Is it more in the evening time or maybe midday?
It's like 8:30ish, 9:30. Sun's barely about to go down.
Okay. Well, it's probably about that time to head on home, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get home and settle in for the night and maybe get to play with the baby a little bit more tomorrow. So, whenever you get back home, are you a more of a night owl, or in your later years are you starting to go to sleep a little earlier?
I try to go to sleep early, but I feel like I'm going to be a permanent night owl.
Sounds about right. Is there anything that you like to do to kind of help you fall asleep before you go? Any nightly ritual?
Mm, Not too much. Just make sure the house is good. Walk through the garden, maybe sit on the back porch for a little bit.
Okay. Well, now that you've done all that, head on up to bed and see about going to sleep so we can get started for the next day. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
And as you're laying there and you're about to fall asleep, imagine how wonderful your life turned out to be. You got your kid, he now has a kid and a wife. Everything turned out to be pretty good, pretty peaceful. Would you say so?
Absolutely.
So maybe it helps you rest a little bit more as you go to sleep, knowing that life is coming out just the right way. And as you fall asleep, you drift off deep into that sleep. We come into the dream world, wherever that may be. Any kind of dreams that you may be experiencing. And now, whatever has happened has already happened, and you are on the other side of it. And from that position, from your dream mind, you can look back at the life so far of this life and see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. And as you look back at that life, what were you able to learn from it?
Family first. Always work hard. Be honest in every situation.
All right. Well, and hopefully maybe you were able to see that, of course, times can be a little difficult and a little testing at times, but as long as you keep a stable mind and keep what's most important at the forefront in your mind, seems to work out okay, as it did so far, right?
Yeah.
I see. And if it's okay with you, we are going to drift away from that life now. We are drifting and floating away from that life, leaving him there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace, and he will find what he is supposed to find. We're leaving him there to continue on his own journey, and he will find peace. He will find what he's supposed to find. We're leaving him there to continue on his own path. And now I want all of the consciousness and personality of TJ to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to TJ's subconscious, please?
Yes.
I have permission to speak to TJ's subconscious?
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of TJ's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to him in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask it questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
All right. Well, TJ has a list of questions here that I would like to ask. These are questions that have been very hard on his mind, and he would like a little bit of clarity. Do you think you'd be able to provide a little bit of that for us today?
Yes.
In which past life did his addiction issues originate, and how can he heal that now?
It wasn't a past life. It was this life.
Yes. I kind of realized that, which is why I set you through the dream instead of going through the death process. But are you able to tell him, is there another past life that maybe we didn't get a chance to see today that caused these issues to originate?
No.
So that was kind of something that just sparked in this life?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, he seems to be starting to heal a little bit from it now that he's gotten away from it. Do you have any tips on what else may help him heal from that now?
Just gotta let go. Just gotta let go.
Right. Is there any kind of thing that would help him to let go from that? Is it anything in specific that may help with that at all?
Love. More love. Gotta let the love in.
Well, we appreciate your insight there, and I think that he's doing the right thing and searching for the right answers, and hopefully you're going to be there to help align him to what his true path is. And I think that it was very important that he was able to see this life. That doesn't always happen, but usually it does happen for a reason. And I think that being able to see how this life was able to pan out a bit should help him a little bit as far as being able to heal, right? Just knowing that it can be beautiful and kind of calm down a bit. Would you think?
Oh, yes.
Another question that he has is, what were his circumstances? Oh, no, we're going to miss that one. What lessons was he meant to learn in that past life that he didn't learn? Is there anything that he may have glanced over, or do you think that he kind of got the gist of it?
I think we might have got the gist of it.
Yeah, I think so too. Another question that he has is, what past life contracts are still active in his energy field?
There is many, and there will always be many for every life. Our webs reach far.
So the decision he makes, even in this life, will extend into a future life.
Quite possibly.
Okay. Another question he has is, what past life experience or trauma still needs to be healed? From any past life, from all the past lives collectively, if there's any kind of trauma at all that is something that he could work on in this life.
Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of his family, forgiveness of my relatives that have passed on at this point. They've all let it go. We need to let it go.
Right. Well, it's not always easy to try and control other people, but one thing that you can control is how you look at the situation and try and look at it from a different perspective and kind of just start to realize that all that hate and anger, it's affecting you more than anybody else, even if you feel like it's being directed towards somebody else, that energy, it starts to create a disturbance even within your own system, which I'm sure you have felt in the past, right?
I have felt it in the past. I feel it now.
All right. We have another question. He said, did I experience a past life as a healer and in any past life? And is he able to reclaim those healing gifts now if he had a past life as a healer in the past?
Absolutely. He's been a healer in almost all of them, just as the rest of us have.
All right. Any specific kind of healing gifts?
They can touch, warm touch, healing touch, hugs that feel like a bear hug, deep in the soul. Just the presence of each other is enough to heal.
Love it. What past life version of himself has he suppressed or rejected? And is there a way that he can reintegrate that and heal the versions of himself now?
Meant to be a healer. Meant to be a healer this time around.
And what is something that he should be looking into? Should he be studying anything in specific to try and fall back into that healing power or healing energy at all?
Yes. There's many books on it, many modalities for healing. But hands-on needs to be hands-on.
All right, cool. Another question that he has is, why does he lack confidence and self-esteem?
Let himself get out of too many areas where he's wanted to be in his lifetime. And instead of working on it, just shies away from it.
So he's got to do a little bit of shadow work?
Yes.
How is that best done? Is there anything in specific that works best for him in order to start working on that?
Gotta figure out how to be honest with oneself.
He also wants to know, is there a specific past life that his anger issues originated, and is there a way to heal that now?
There's always leftover anger from situations, but you can't dwell in it. Even if it was this life or the last life. Love is always the answer.
All right. Is there a way that he can remind himself of that anytime any kind of anger issues may rise to the surface? Is there anything at all that would just remind him to try and stay into that love vibration?
There's a song that his friend used to play for him before he passed on. And it's Let It Be. It's those three simple words. Hits him like a ton of bricks.
All right, let it be.
Just
And as you being the higher self, can you do us a favor and maybe help him be reminded of that song anytime he gets into that kind of negative, heavy vibration? Is there something that you can just set off like an alarm in his mind? Listen to that song, or anything like that?
yeah, and I think about Brandon. Say, what would Brandon do? So
Awesome.
the answer is always Let It Be.
That's great, man. And the final question that he has is there anything you could tell him that he hasn't thought to ask?
No one's version of you will ever compare to what you really are capable of. So quit getting caught up in it and just let it be.
Love it. That's a good one. Well, we really appreciate you coming and helping us with these questions. We appreciate the past life or the current life that you were able to show him. And I know that that was for a very good reason. I think that that's absolutely what was needed, probably more than seeing any kind of past life. So we appreciate your help on that. And do you have any final words? Anything else that you'd like to say, or are you all right?
We love you. We love it all.
All right, we appreciate you. And 9:10, wide awake, feeling wonderful all over.
Let him catch his bearings.
You know, that's
Welcome back.
only my second time ever having somebody experience this present life.
Current life. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hat actually. Whenever I was first learning this practice, and I was like, "Oh my God, what do I do? I can't kill him." You know, like this is his life.
Right.
You know, like,
I thought Electro Nick had something similar too, right? Or was that a little bit different?
I thought Electro Nick had some Pleiadian type shit going on.
Yeah, I thought he did too, but I thought there was something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I
anyway,
don't know. I forget about a lot of the details from the past ones.
TJ, that was incredible, man. You took us on a journey, so I just gotta say I love that. How do you feel, my dude?
Like I just slept for like 3 days.
Oh shit, dude! I could use that too.
I feel like I need to get up and go to work.
Yeah. I feel like a big bear that just got done hibernating, huh?
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Exactly. I feel super good. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel real good, man. It's kind of, yeah.
You gotta hibernate sometimes to give
I
out
don't
those
even
bear
know.
hugs.
Yeah, I don't even know how to put that into words because, like, you remember when we did those first couple? Oh crap! Not the therapy tape. I'm having a brain fart. The
gateway tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The meditation that we did that night, I was gone. It was insane.
In betwixt, if you will.
And that's right. The in betwixt. That's dude. Yeah. Wow. Holy Moses.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm happy you're able to get there and, you know, be able
I
to.
still feel pretty tripped out, honestly. But like, I feel good, but I don't know.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, dude,
It's crazy stuff, guys.
there was some
love
good
you
shit
guys.
in there. There was some good shit in there, man. And I think that's some information that everybody could really use too, you know, because you came out of there saying, you know, family first, work hard, be honest in every situation. I don't know. I just feel like those are like really fucking positive messages just for anybody. And it's kind of interesting because of the tarot cards that I pulled. And yes, I said cards.
Oh, shit.
Because I pulled 3 of them, dude.
Let's go.
We're getting wild. All
Three's
right.
my number. 3 is my number.
There you go. Well, maybe that's why it happened. So I pulled 1, and then I was gonna, you know what? Let me just pull 1 more, and 2 popped out. So I'm like, well, okay, let's go with it, right?
Don't even question it.
Yeah, dude. So the first one, which is really interesting when you're talking about going to the sagebrush and trying to deal with your own mind, we got the King of Swords.
Swords, eh?
Swords, if you will. But yeah, this card I feel like is, you know, dealing of the mind. You know, you're in the sagebrush. You're trying to figure things out. You're going into your happy place, and yeah, dude. So let's see what that card's all about.
Yeah.
All right, so the King of Swords, I'll hold it up for the class. You can kind of see right here. You got the king sitting at the throne holding the sword. Looks like a nice day, couple clouds out there, sitting in the forest kind of situation. It says, masters of their suit. Kings represent stability and authority and healthy masculine energy. The King of Swords represents the elements of fire and air, empowering him to take action from the higher mind and intellect. The king is seated on a concrete throne carved with butterflies, symbolic of the element of air as well as the transformative process of fire. The sword he holds is slightly tilted, suggesting movement and readiness to take action at a moment's notice. The spiritual aspect of it says, have the confidence. Come on now.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Have the confidence to be the authority of your life by taking action on your own behalf or standing up for your ideas. If you feel yourself faltering, seek out the advice of a professional about your health or other domestic situation.
Hi, Jonathan. My name's Tej. Oh, wait. We already met.
Yeah. That was the card right there, dude.
Dude,
Solid. Dude, you know what's funny too is that just thinking about fire and air, like whenever we did the Lord Byron thing, it
Oh
was the
my God.
fire and air that I
Those
really
were the
felt the
strong
most.
ones, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
And I would think of the more healing aspects, I believe. But anyways, the second card actually is the Five of Swords. It's interesting enough, we got two swords already, and we're dealing with the mind once again. So, and also the imagery of this card, as you were saying about working hard. In the image, it looks like this. I mean, at least this is what I'm seeing is the guys like picking up swords. It looks like maybe the two people in the background are kind of slacking off, and this guy's like having to pick up all the swords himself. That's just what I got from it.
All right. Well, it says there are several levels of struggle buried within the Five of Swords card. A smug young man holds two swords in one hand while another sword stabs at the earth, and the remaining two swords lie near his feet. In the distance, two figures walk toward the water, defeated and visibly upset. Depicting the aftermath of a battle, this card is heavy with conflict and emotion, signifying conflict and loss, or winning at the cost of destroying important relationships. The spiritual perspective here says take time for self-reflection around feelings of anger. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Anger and confidence.
What's going on, dude. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me.
And ask yourself what they teach you about your personal power as far as your feelings of anger. Conflicts with family and close friends can help renew those relationships if you dedicate your energy to finding the root of the hostility. Actively addressing hurt feelings often leads to improved communication.
So there you go.
What
and
a
this
good
next
one.
card, this next card is probably one of my favorites, but it's the Ten of Cups.
Oh,
So to me, that's always a great card.
oh yeah.
It's a completion. You got the family sitting there; they look happy under a rainbow. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good vibes, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you can see it right there. That is one of the best cards in tarot for sure.
Yeah.
It says a celebratory card filled with the energy of completion. The Ten of Cups indicates you've reached an apex of emotional fulfillment. On it, a happy couple stands in an embrace with their free arms outstretched as they welcome 10 shining cups that have appeared in the rainbow above them. Their two children dance beside them, and a river runs through the lush landscape they inhabit, leading to a house on top of a hill. This couple has it all, including love, a happy family, and a safe home. They are grateful for their prosperous life. And the spiritual perspective, it says, long-standing family issues are nearly resolved, or you may be headed for a family gathering that will bring everyone closer together. Enjoy the sensation of feeling secure with your overall well-being, and make time to celebrate your success with people who feel like family. You're well on your way to achieving a big milestone goal in your career, or in any other aspect of life, propelling you toward the next phase with increased stability.
So, I mean, I'm just saying I feel like that's a great reading, my dude.
Dude, it was literally,
I feel the same way.
dude, it answered the question on anger. It answered the question on, what was the other one? Confidence. And then it shows kind of what we saw in the later portions of his life as far as getting it all together. You got the family all around you.
He's a family first, and then the card is the Ten of Cups with the family.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying it like gave me goosebumps.
What
You know
sorcery is going on over here, Sean?
I have no idea, dude. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm new here,
I'm new. I
Told you I
don't know
wanted
what
to
to
make
do.
some magic.
You did, dude. You definitely did.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't think we've ever had a 3-card read on this show.
No, dude. You know what? But I'm not gonna question things. When things just happen like that, it was supposed to happen. I was like, all right, hey, I'm the boss.
I'm
here.
saying, dude, three is legit my number. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it was my basketball jersey. Like, up until high school, they made me wear 14, which pissed me off.
Oh,
but,
hell yeah, dude.
yeah, I played football and basketball a little while. Played hockey a couple years, but yeah, no, three's always been my favorite number.
Good
pretty
shit,
funny.
dude.
That's
and
awesome.
you know what? You're a healer, dude. So get out there and start doing some healing. We ever have a get together, man? I want one of them TJ bear hugs. I'm just saying, I'm
got
first
you.
in line. All right.
Yeah.
I
Hey, I'll
got
take
you.
second. That's cool. I like the big hugs like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think that those cards actually perfectly correlated with what we just went through as far as the past life and everything like that. And I think that that further concretes like its meaning and its message that you were able to get from it, right? Like it's one thing, like, and personally, I think that the best advice that anybody can take is from their self, especially whenever you're hypnotized and you're in that kind of like higher self state of mind. Those
No questioning it.
nobody's thinking, oh, is this right? No, like it literally vibrates right, you know, whenever you get the answers to some of those questions, and also going through the past life. But then if you were to question yourself, maybe you're just like, maybe that's just what I wanted to hear. Tarot cards are like, nah, you were on some shit right now. And so just remember
Right,
that.
dude. Yeah, dude. And I also wanted to touch on just some key points that you from your higher self had said. One of them was to let go. Another one was our webs reach far, which I just thought was cool. You know, so I wrote it down.
That's cool.
Our webs reach far.
Yeah, our webs reach far, dude. Kind of like the ripple effect, you know?
I said
With you
that?
being a healer, yeah, our webs reach far. And then you are a healer. That was straight from your higher self. So there's, you know, can't really question that. With that healing touch. And then there was a little bit of what I was getting from it was like a little bit of a self-sabotage, you know, like whenever you get close to something and then you kind of do something to kind of push it away, you know, it's like stop doing that, you know, just
Dude.
let it come, man, let it happen. Let it
I'm the
flow.
king. I'm the king of that. It caused a divorce and everything. Like,
And then at the end, the last thing I wrote down was be honest with oneself, which is also what you said. So there you go, man.
And let it be.
Let it be.
yeah, that let it be. My very best friend from this life. He passed away in 2011, but for the first 3 or 4 years, dude, he would come to me in my dreams constantly, and it would be one of those bear hugs. Then he'd like sock me in my arm, give me a dead arm, and just look at me and be like, he'd just be like, Teach, just fucking let it be, bro. Like every time he was in my dream,
Right.
that's all he
Yeah,
ever
dude.
said was just let it be. Like quit fucking fighting it. Let it be. Like just over and over again. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, all right, fine.
Right. And I think, you know, I think
And then I
that's
still
when you
don't
know
do it.
I think that's when you know it was truly a message from the other side. Because just in my experience and things that my wife has explained to me is whenever there's somebody in a dream that she has seen from on the other side, it's usually like a really short message, you know? And I don't know how I'm like I said, this is just from what perspective I have of the situation. It's usually just a couple of words, like just a short, brief message. And for you, it was, you know, let it go or, you know what I'm
Let it
saying?
be.
And
Yeah.
so let it be, man. Let it be.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. This is why we do this, by the way, because you get
Yep.
so much clarity from these things. Like, I mean,
Like I want to cry my eyeballs out, but I feel like not sad crying. Like
yeah, it's just a release.
I feel crazy good, dude.
That's good, man.
That's awesome,
great.
dude. Well, I think you're going to have some pretty gangster dreams tonight, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That goes without saying.
I hope
Yeah.
Grandpa comes to visit. He hasn't visited me since he passed away, and it's like for people that I love to not visit me after the fact is it's like he's the first one that hasn't come yet. I really hope to see him soon. I miss him.
Ah, he will, dude.
Well, you
He
just
will.
put out that intention. Maybe it'll happen. And also, I'll say it's not even just tonight that the dreams and basically like your waking life over the next week is going to be different. Like you're going to be looking at things from a much different perspective, and just don't forget that feeling moving forward. Like try and embody all of that. Try and embody, you know, what you learned and the feeling that you have right now, and you can apply that to just about every aspect of your life. And I feel like, especially with the messages that you were getting today, that's, I mean, dude, if you just applied that to literally any and all aspects ever, all the time,
Some good ingredients, dude.
yeah, that's how you're going to get to that hospital with your son having his baby and being one big happy family and just like being able to give him his first truck and all that kind of stuff. I think that plays out because you applied these aspects.
Yeah, dude. And just be present, man. You know, I mean, we all got some bad memories. Quit replaying them. You don't have to do
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Be right here, right now, and focus your thoughts on what you want to come. And it'll come,
Right.
man. It'll come. You got this shit.
Got this, baby girl. So, so
Don't make me come over there and cuddle you.
don't threaten me with a good time, baby. So typically with the past life regressions, we don't do a meditation because that was meditative as shit already.
Yeah, if I lay down again, I'll be asleep.
Yeah, you'll go night night.
Night.
You ever go night night? So I think we'll probably just leave it right there. And I think this was a great time, dude. You guys have anything else that you want to say in closing?
Man, you know what? It just felt good. It felt right, and I feel like this is why it didn't work out the last time, and because it was supposed to work out this time.
I 100% feel that way too. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. I told you, like, I felt bad about it that night, but then, like, when I was working on those questions and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, and like, I wasn't, whatever. I just didn't give my soul the proper expectations last time we got on. You're like, hey, we're going to videotape this. My heart kind of sank. I was like, oh shit, what? Like, so I've had these 2 weeks to get good questions and like get myself prepped for it physically and mentally and spiritually or whatever. You guys, good freaking heck, dude. Like, seriously, when I first found you guys and like started listening, I'm like, these are my people. And then you guys started doing the shows. I'm like, these two dudes are absolutely like my soul brothers from other mothers. Like,
I feel that.
I love you guys so much. That was so beautiful, bro. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Hey, love you too, man. And it was my pleasure. I love doing this kind of stuff. And I was really excited about, with you because, I'm not going to lie. There's been other times that people reach out that I've never talked to, and it can be a little bit more difficult. But whenever you're doing it with somebody that, you're familiar with, and you show up just about every single Wednesday night. You even show up on the Tuesday night shows for the cult and stuff like that.
So driving for one of them, dude. He was putting his life on the line.
Yeah, dude. So
I missed one last night. I was sick as a dog, but other than like, if I'm not sick, I'm always listening to you guys. It doesn't matter if I'm working or at home or in the truck or whatever.
We appreciate it.
It's literally Tuesday's the bomb. Tuesdays for fun, Wednesdays for medicine.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah, that needs to be a fucking t-shirt right there.
I think it must be. It will
Call
be.
it the conspiracy. Tuesday for fun, Wednesday for medicine.
There it is.
Yes, dude. All right. Well, I guess, look, we'll wrap it up right there. And hopefully all of the one out there enjoyed this message, enjoyed listening to this. Maybe you got a little something from it as well. And if you do want to reach out for a past life regression, as I said, there's not a whole lot of time. I can get away with like 1 or 2 a month. And so, yeah, just reach out to us. We're on, you can reach out to us on Instagram. It's probably the best way to be able to get a hold of us, unless you're on Patreon, then that would obviously be better. But yeah, just, hopefully everybody took a little something from this. I know we definitely did. And,
Absolutely.
and I think that if the white boy wizard came here and he taught you anything, it's that you don't know what you don't know. So don't just get weird.
Stay weird.
In a realm where shadows dance with light, through the whispering woods at night, secrets echo through the air, meta mysteries everywhere. Voices drift on winds untamed, words like spells that can't be named. Close your eyes and feel the sound, journey where no bounds are found. Open doors inside your mind, leave the ordinary far behind. Colors swirl and stars align, in the meta mysteries you'll find. Tales of ancient power rise from the depths of crystal skies, where the unseen comes to play. Lost in dreams, you lose the day, chanting truth from ages old. In the unknown we are bold. Let the podcast guide your Through the realms you'll never know. Parallel